Hey, tell you what, let's take 5 episodes of Pinpoint and just slam them together into one Wednesday episode. This will kind of be reminiscent of back in the day when we did highlight Sundays. So yeah, why not? You're watching another random Wednesday episode on 0612 TV.
Pinpoint, bringing you the very best of the internet.
Hello and welcome back to another random Wednesday episode. Let's call this Jumbo Pinpoint, why not? So we're gonna look at 5 things that I have actually, found out and used over the past several weeks to several months. There should be something for everyone, so hopefully, you gain something walking away from this. So without further ado, let's jump right in. First and foremost is this article I found online that actually, suggests a method to repair scratched phone lenses. I don't know how it happened or when it happened, but the lens on my camera phone actually got scratched up pretty badly. So every time when I take a picture, you get these blurry sort of effect, and yeah, it's really sad because that phone camera is actually really good. Turns out there's an extremely simple fix for it. Just take a piece of tape and just stick it over the lens. You do have to sort of press down a little bit to sort of fill out all the air bubbles, but when you do that, you actually can fix a scratched up lens. I guess the physics behind this is that scratches are actually little perforations on the surface, and when you stick a piece of tape and you push it down, you're sort of filling in those gaps and recreating a nice and smooth surface. I was extremely pleased with the results. So if you ever have this issue, which I hope you don't in the first place, but if you do, there's a fix. Number 2 is for all you gamers out there. Now, you probably use Steam. Steam sales come from time to time, and you can have a wish list to monitor some of the games you want to buy. And when a sale comes by, you can actually see it on your wish list. Now, let me introduce you to something that is sort of similar, except this now applies to more than Steam. It actually looks at many sites across the net. This is called isthereanydeal.com, and basically, you can link it up to your Steam account or not, that's up to you. But the point is, for all the games that you're interested in, just add it to the site, and it'll monitor a whole bunch of merchants online, and you will be informed via email of any deal that comes from any one of these merchants. This site even tracks things like the historical low price, so you know whether you're getting the best deal there ever was. It's an extremely nifty site, very easy to set up, many options for customization, like you can actually receive an email only if a certain price threshold is met. There's so many things you can do, it's very user-friendly, very customizable. So yeah, if you're into saving money on games, you should check it out. Item number 3 is actually something I've been using for many years now, and I haven't had occasion to use it for an extended period of time, but recently the need came up again and I realized that I probably haven't talked about it on this channel. This resource is called DaFont, and the idea is, there are lots of fonts there. The fonts on this site can be licensed one of multiple licenses, including some that are actually friendly for commercial use, which is great. The collection is huge, there are hundreds if not thousands of fonts. So yeah, if you ever had a need to actually, lay your hands on some new fonts, that's the place to go. Alright, things are starting to get a bit more specific now because tip number 4 is for GIMP users. Did you know that for any dialog box that involves some sizing, you can actually put in some arithmetic? For example, if I want to actually resize an image and I want it to be half the size, what I used to do was to actually pull up a calculator and do that calculation. You've actually seen me do this in things like Speed Model in the past, and as it turns out, it's completely unnecessary. Just type your math into the field itself, hit enter, and the calculation will be performed for you. Extremely useful, a huge time saver. So yeah, if you use GIMP, know that that is a feature. Number 5, this is for Blender users, and especially if you're interested in working with humanoid characters. There is a relatively recent plugin released for Blender called the Manuel Bastioni Lab, hopefully I'm saying that right. Basically, the developer, whom this is actually named after, is the same guy who made Make Human, and essentially, this is sort of like a stripped down version of Make Human, integrated directly into Blender. I guess one huge reason why this is really great is because, well, the characters you generate are natively designed to work in Blender. You know, everything is rigged, you can just jump straight into animating if you like. Many parameters can be tweaked as well, so you have a lot of the customizability that Make Human actually offers. So yeah, a very cool plugin if you ever use Blender, if you ever want to, give humanoid modeling and animation a try. This is a great place to start. The Make Human team has traditionally been very nice about copyrights and, things like commercial use, and the same actually extends to this plugin as well. So if you ever wanted to use this for, say, things like games, chances are, you wouldn't have much of a problem. Definitely very cool, definitely a great tool to have if you are a Blender user. And there you go, these are 5 of the things that stood out to me the most over the past couple of weeks and months. I know this isn't like, one of our normal educational episodes, but hopefully you are able to take away something from this episode all the same. Anyway, that's all there is for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, you're watching 0612 TV.